Banjo Cat, Between Two Ranges. Banjo Cat here for episode 13 of Between Two Ranges season finale. My guest today is University of Montana Professor of Art History, Valerie Hedquist. Valerie, thank you for being here. I hear you're researching the Blue Boy painting by Thomas Gainsborough. Little known fact, I was the original subject for the painting. What do you think of my pose? You look just like Thomas Gainsborough's Blue Boy, who happens to have been a young man who was living with Thomas Gainsborough at the time in Bath, England, back in 1770. Since that time, the Blue Boy has had a remarkable run of popularity. He showed up in posters and photographs and eventually even in movies and in advertisements. You are a cat, Banjo Cat, but there was also a dog, Snoopy, perhaps you've heard of him. He also dressed up as Blue Boy. And in the movies, there's Shirley Temple. She starred in Curly Top in 1936. She's actually in the painting dressed up as Blue Boy and waves out at the audience. I don't see any movement in your pose, but you both have quite a bit of hair. You have your whiskers, and she had her curly top. I've asked you here today to tell the folks at home about your research on Freda. So can you do that? Sure I can. Freda was a rancher's wife who lived in the early part of the 20th century. She collected art and was also a fairly renowned painter herself. And I did a lot of the research that resulted in a book published 2 years ago now, maybe even 3 years ago now, right here at the University of Montana Mansfield Library Archives. Well, I know that Banjo Cat, you wanted to talk with me a little bit about Freda research and the work that I did here at the archives. And so I thought I would just share with you a few of the folders that we have in the files regarding Freda and what she had left to the institution, including some letters written by her as well as received by her. Some of these are actually handwritten and or typed back in the day when you had manual typewriters. Some of them are actually almost appears as if they've been carbon copied here before there were photocopy machines. And these letters were very important to Freda because she was eager to establish her ties to important ancestors so that she could negotiate membership in prestigious organizations like the Daughters of the American Revolution and the Colonial Dames. And we actually have several folders here that include important documentation, including the certificate from the Daughters of the American Revolution that certifies that she does indeed have a tie to leaders who fought during the American Revolution here in the United States. There are informational pamphlets and brochures that confirm her membership in the Colonial Dames, a very important social organization that included special dress and jewels and buttons. Here within the collection we have the Daughters of the American Revolution pin. It's still in the case with the DAR logo on the front. Wow, I sure learned a lot. Well, that's all the time we have. Thank you for joining us in our premiere season. Tune back in next fall when Between Two Ranges welcomes new and exciting guests to our studio. Have an excellent summer.